In the last few hours, a NASA insider, operating under the pseudonym Deep Signal 88, leaked a memo that has already gone viral across hidden corners of the web. This document, allegedly marked as NASA internal for eyes only, details anomalies surrounding an object once designated as Comet Atlas. What makes the memo so astonishing is not simply its content, but the implication that this celestial body is not what the public has been told. The anonymous leaker emphasized in their opening statement that the object is not natural. They claimed that NASA internally refers to the body as Class 7, an apparent classification reserved for phenomena beyond traditional categorization. According to the leak, instructions were distributed internally to ensure that the narrative surrounding this object would be contained, scripted, and aligned with the standard cometary disintegration protocol. The public, it was stressed, could not be allowed to know the truth. Within the memo, one of the most shocking admissions was that the Deep Space Network recorded transmission 411C, an anomaly report that must be reviewed before it disappears from the system. The insider added that there are 17 days until the first major orbital deviation, an indication that the object would begin to move in ways inconsistent with natural celestial dynamics. What adds further intrigue is the claim that the account used to leak this information would be erased shortly after posting, making it impossible to track the insider's identity. The object in question has been observed for years by both professionals and amateur astronomers. Its disintegration in earlier observations was explained away as typical cometary behavior. Yet according to the memo, recent telescope data paints a different picture entirely. The object reportedly executed a course correction on camera, a maneuver impossible for natural bodies like comets or asteroids. NASA allegedly scrubbed 2 live feeds of the event, ensuring the anomaly would not be publicly witnessed. Amateur astronomers who had been tracking Atlas, however, logged its acceleration and deviations, confirming that the object's behavior is far from ordinary. The internal NASA memo, dated the 2nd of August, 2025, outlines a formal subject heading C 2019 Y4, Anomalous Behavior and Classification Update. It was marked as requiring Level 5 clearance, one of the highest security tiers, further underscoring its sensitive nature. The summary notes that the object exhibits accelerative properties inconsistent with Newtonian predictions, meaning its trajectory and motion could not be explained by known gravitational forces. Preliminary analysis, according to the memo, indicated non-gravitational influences of unknown origin. Even more remarkable were the surface scans, which suggested the body was composed of highly reflective composite material and emitted spectral anomalies. These are not traits of a natural icy comet breaking apart in solar radiation. Rather, they suggest artificial construction or unknown physical processes beyond the grasp of modern science. The memo then provides action items. Public discussion of Atlas is to be suspended outside of the scripted narrative of disintegration. All external communications are to be redirected to the standard cometary explanation, ensuring that mainstream outlets repeat the cover story. Unauthorized dissemination of information on digital platforms is to be neutralized under Operational Security Directive 12.4. In other words, suppression of any leaks was mandated, consistent with how swiftly threads, accounts, and videos discussing the anomaly have been disappearing online. The most disturbing part of the leaked memo lies in its confidential closing statement. The object appears to be under active vector control. This is language reserved for craft, not natural debris. It implies intentional maneuvering, as if Atlas is being guided or piloted. The memo concludes that operational silence must be maintained, with further intelligence pending from the Deep Space Network and NORAD intercepts. The insider's leak did not come without context. They warned that NASA has been deliberately concealing live data, scrubbing feeds that showed anomalous behavior. They urged the public to check the skies for themselves, as amateur astronomers had already logged the irregular acceleration. The implication is clear. Independent observers can confirm the truth if they know where to look and refuse to accept the sanitized narratives being issued. This revelation fundamentally changes the understanding of Atlas. What was once thought to be a disintegrating comet is now suggested to be an artificial body of immense scale. If true, it raises staggering possibilities. Is this a probe, a vessel, or an unknown construct of non-human origin? The idea that the object has reflective composite material and spectral anomalies suggests advanced engineering. Combined with course corrections and acceleration beyond gravitational influence, the evidence points toward a form of technology far beyond Earth's capabilities. The implications of such a disclosure, if confirmed, are profound. It suggests that humanity is not alone in the cosmos, and that advanced intelligences may already be navigating within our solar system. The 17-day timeline until major orbital deviation indicates that the world may soon witness a display too obvious to conceal, potentially forcing acknowledgement from institutions that have long downplayed or dismissed such phenomena. The actions listed in the leaked memo demonstrate the urgency with which NASA and related agencies intend to control the narrative. By instructing personnel to suspend all discussion outside scripted protocols, the agency seeks to prevent the public from questioning official explanations. The reference to digital suppression highlights how quickly information control can be enacted across platforms, as has already been observed when discussions of Atlas vanish from mainstream and alternative forums alike. Amateur astronomers and independent researchers now find themselves in a critical position. If the official feeds are scrubbed and institutional silence enforced, it is up to smaller observers to track the object and preserve evidence of its anomalies. The leak serves as both warning and call to action, to watch the skies, to record data, and to resist suppression. The claim that Atlas is under active vector control suggests intelligence behind its motion. This shifts the discussion from natural anomaly to contact scenario. If humanity is witnessing the controlled maneuvering of a non-human craft within our solar system, the implications touch every discipline, from astronomy to philosophy, geopolitics to religion. The potential confirmation of advanced intelligence, already aware of and interacting with Earth, would force a re-evaluation of humanity's place in the universe. The timing of this leak is also noteworthy. Coming in early August of 2025, it coincides with increased global discussion of unidentified aerial phenomena, disclosures from former officials, and a growing public demand for transparency. The possibility that this leak was strategically timed cannot be ignored. By releasing the memo ahead of the object's predicted orbital deviation, the insider may be ensuring that public attention cannot be redirected or silenced once the anomaly becomes undeniable. This event may represent a turning point in human history. For decades, whispers of cover-ups, hidden data, and classified encounters have circulated, often dismissed as speculation. Yet here, with the Atlas memo, there is a concrete glimpse into the internal acknowledgement of something extraordinary. It shows not only the recognition of an anomaly, but also the structured protocols for concealing it from the world. Whether humanity is ready or not, the leaked memo indicates that we are facing the reality of a non-natural object exhibiting controlled motion within our solar system. Its classification as Class 7 places it outside the boundaries of conventional science, suggesting a category reserved for objects of extraordinary or unexplainable nature. In the coming days, as the 17-day countdown advances, attention will turn to the skies. Observers worldwide will attempt to track Atlas, to capture the orbital deviation, and to document evidence before it can be scrubbed. The public has been warned by one of NASA's own: watch carefully, because natural bodies do not perform course corrections. Detected by NASA on the 1st of July, this anomaly has generated significant interest from both professional astronomers and the general public. As data about its movement and characteristics continues to unfold, researchers are increasingly divided over its true nature. While more than 200 scientists have labeled the object a likely comet, others, including prominent Harvard physicist Avi Loeb, have raised serious doubts that point in a different direction entirely, one that considers the possibility of engineered technology from beyond Earth. A central issue in this ongoing debate is that the object appears to lack a visible tail, a feature that typically characterizes comets as they approach the Sun. Loeb has expressed skepticism about the initial claims of a tail, noting that due to the object's acceleration and relatively small size, what observers might perceive as a tail could actually be a distorted image caused by the object's rapid movement across the field of view of Earth-based telescopes. He argues that the illusion of a tail can occur when a fast-moving object stretches in appearance due to telescope limitations rather than due to actual gas or dust emissions. Adding to the mystery is the object's complete lack of observed gas emissions. This is highly unusual for a comet-like body, which would generally exhibit some sort of coma, a cloud of gas and dust surrounding its nucleus. Loeb also drew attention to the object's highly precise retrograde orbit, which happens to align closely with the plane of the inner solar system. The precision of this trajectory, according to him, is too uncanny to ignore and raises the possibility that it may not be a natural object at all. To assess the likelihood of artificial origin, Loeb has introduced what he calls the Loeb scale, a numerical system designed to evaluate how probable it is that a given celestial object was engineered rather than naturally formed. On this scale, he gave the object a 6 out of 10. While that score is far from definitive proof, it does indicate that in his view, the odds lean slightly toward an artificial explanation. Loeb has acknowledged that the ranking is subject to change as new data becomes available, but he believes the current indicators justify further scrutiny. Among the more speculative yet intriguing hypotheses Loeb has presented is the idea that Atlas could be a type of interstellar spacecraft, perhaps a mothership, releasing smaller probes into Earth's vicinity. From an engineering standpoint, he suggests, a more plausible method of exploration would involve a large vessel deploying mini-probes, which would then utilize a maneuver known as a reverse Oberth maneuver. This maneuver involves using the Sun's gravitational force at the closest point in the object's orbit, called perihelion, to reduce speed efficiently. This technique would allow the probes to adjust their trajectory toward Earth without requiring massive amounts of fuel. Based on the orbital calculations, Loeb estimated that if such probes were deployed, they could be expected to reach Earth sometime between the 21st of November and the 5th of December in the year 2025. The object's expected position behind the Sun in October provides a strategic opportunity for a covert approach, one that would shield it from direct Earth-based observation. Loeb has made it clear that the implications of such an event are vast. According to him, humanity must prepare itself for both welcoming and defensive outcomes. If the object is truly artificial, it could mean that intelligent life has discovered or visited Earth. The possibilities range from peaceful contact to more disruptive outcomes, and for this reason, Loeb believes that preparation is essential. On the other side of the scientific community, many remain critical of Loeb's theories. Chris Lintott, an astronomer from the University of Oxford, publicly dismissed Loeb's proposal as implausible and unhelpful, viewing it as a distraction from the serious scientific work being conducted to understand the object's nature. Nonetheless, Loeb stands by his work, emphasizing that his analysis is based on observed data rather than speculation. In a recent paper, Loeb reported that telescope observations collected between the 2nd and 29th of July revealed a notable reddening in the appearance of Atlas. This reddening could be attributed to a layer of dust or perhaps organic compounds on its surface. However, this interpretation is not conclusive. The red hue might simply suggest that the object has a naturally red surface, similar to D-type asteroids or other ancient weathered celestial bodies. Furthermore, spectroscopic data collected from 3 separate studies, along with Loeb's, failed to detect any atomic or molecular gases typically present in a cometary coma. This further complicates the classification of the object and supports Loeb's view that it may not be a comet at all. He stressed the need for continued observation as Atlas approaches perihelion. Tracking changes in its color, brightness, or activity could provide more decisive clues regarding the object's composition and origin. Looking ahead, Loeb has proposed a daring initiative to intercept Atlas using NASA's Juno spacecraft, which is currently orbiting Jupiter. He argues that this is a rare opportunity for what he calls interstellar archaeology, a chance to examine a visitor from another star system up close. The mission would require rapid planning and significant coordination, but could provide unprecedented insight into the nature of interstellar objects. Beyond scientific exploration, Loeb has called for broader institutional preparedness. He believes that global governments should already be establishing specialized task forces that include not only scientists, but also policymakers and psychologists. These groups would be responsible for developing strategies to respond appropriately if the object turns out to be artificial, as well as considering how to communicate such findings to the public in a calm and constructive manner. He warned that Earth remains vastly unprepared for such a discovery, especially one that might occur with little warning. Even if Atlas is confirmed to be artificial, Loeb admits that there is little Earth could do from a technological standpoint. The object is traveling at nearly 60 miles per second relative to Earth, a velocity far exceeding the capabilities of current rocket propulsion systems. As a result, intercepting or engaging with it directly poses an enormous challenge. Loeb has also reflected on the broader philosophical implications of Atlas. If the object is a technological artifact, he believes there are essentially two possible interpretations. Either its purpose is benevolent, or it carries unknown and potentially risky intentions. In the benign case, the object could represent a gesture of peace or curiosity, and humanity's best course of action would be to receive it with openness and caution. However, in the alternative scenario, where intentions are less favorable, the potential consequences could be significant. To navigate this uncertainty, Loeb has invoked the philosophical reasoning of Blaise Pascal, who argued that it is more rational to believe in a higher power given the possible eternal benefits versus the relatively minor loss if that belief turns out to be wrong. In Loeb's view, a similar logic applies to Atlas. Even if it ultimately proves to be a naturally occurring object, the consequences of ignoring the possibility that it is artificial could be far more serious than the cost of investigating and preparing unnecessarily. As the scientific community continues to monitor this mysterious visitor, its mysterious qualities remain a point of intense curiosity and debate. Whether it is a rare cosmic traveler made of dust and rock, or a silent messenger from distant intelligence, its journey through our solar system has prompted humanity to look both outward into space and inward into the questions that define its place in the universe. In the age of satellite imagery and digital mapping, Google Earth has become a treasure trove of mysterious sightings and unexplained phenomena. Among the myriad anomalies captured by the platform, one particular discovery stands out: a black cube-shaped object observed moving across the vast expanse of the Sahara Desert. Embarking on this captivating journey is an individual with keen observation skills, meticulously examining Google Earth images to unearth fascinating sights and unravel concealed mysteries. Upon closer examination of the Sahara Desert expanse, the spectator is taken aback by the presence of an extraordinary item, a flawless black cube resting conspicuously among the golden sand dunes. Filled with curiosity, the individual decides to keep a keen eye on the region over an extended period. To their amazement, they witness a remarkable occurrence where the black cube, shaped with precision, starts moving across the vast expanse of the desert, giving the impression of purposeful and intentional movement through the rugged terrain. The mysterious journey of the strange object across the barren lands continues to captivate the individual who found it, evoking a sense of intrigue and fascination as they delve deeper into the unfolding mystery. Intrigued online users of the object pondered the mechanics behind the remarkable feat of transporting such sizable objects over considerable distances. The imagery taken by satellites captures the intriguing movement of a black cube-shaped object, igniting a surge of interest and conjecture within various online groups that investigate the unknown. Speculations abound, spanning from clandestine military tests to possible extraterrestrial involvement, fueling vibrant discussions and debates in the virtual sphere. The news circulating about the sighting of a mysterious moving black cube in the Sahara Desert has captured the attention of both experts and enthusiasts, sparking a collective effort to uncover the enigma shrouding this peculiar phenomenon. There have been claims suggesting that this particular item could potentially have originated from outer space, thus insinuating that it is quite literally an extraterrestrial object traversing the expanse of the Sahara Desert. The appearance of the mysterious black cube-shaped structure found in the vast expanse of the Sahara Desert has sparked a wide array of conjectures and hypotheses regarding its essence and importance. Numerous speculations swirl around this mysterious object, with some conjecturing that it could potentially have extraterrestrial origins, functioning as a guiding marker or signal for alien entities navigating through the barren desert terrain. Conversely, alternative viewpoints suggest more down-to-earth explanations, positing that the object might be linked to clandestine military operations, covert surveillance activities, or cutting-edge technological advancements. Numerous alternative theories exist, encompassing a wide array of ideas that include suspicions of concealed governmental activities and secretive groups engaging in research activities that evade public oversight. The absence of a formal explanation or recognition further stokes the controversy, intensifying the speculations and fascination revolving around the mysterious black cube-shaped item. Many pointed out that the desert offers several characteristics that make it an ideal location for carrying out experiments beyond public scrutiny. Deserts are often vast, remote, and sparsely populated, making them ideal locations for conducting experiments away from prying eyes. The vast expanses of sand dunes and barren landscapes provide ample space and isolation for researchers to work without fear of inference or observation. Unlike densely populated urban areas or heavily monitored regions, deserts typically have minimal surveillance infrastructure, such as security cameras or law enforcement patrols, and this lack of surveillance makes it easier for researchers to conduct experiments without attracting unwanted attention or scrutiny from authorities or the public. Deserts are characterized by extreme temperatures, harsh terrain, and challenging environmental conditions, and these factors act as natural deterrents to casual observers or curious onlookers, reducing the likelihood of interference or intrusion into research activities. Additionally, the inhospitable nature of the desert discourages casual exploration, further minimizing the risk of discovery. Researchers conducting experiments in the desert can operate with a greater degree of secrecy and confidentiality compared to more populated areas. The remote location allows for greater control over access to research sites and limits the risk of information leaks or breaches of confidentiality. This enables researchers to maintain strict control over their experiments and results, reducing the likelihood of outside interference. Many researchers into the unknown have said that the desert's combination of remoteness, isolation, limited surveillance, harsh environment, and confidentiality make it an ideal setting for carrying out experiments beyond public scrutiny. Those who have investigated mysterious phenomena have said that the Sahara is not only the largest hot desert in the world, spanning approximately 9.2 million square kilometers, but added that it's also a repository of countless mysteries waiting to be uncovered. The sheer scale of the Sahara is difficult to comprehend, covering an area larger than the contiguous United States. Stretching from the Atlantic Ocean in the west to the Red Sea in the east, and from the Mediterranean Sea in the north to the Sahel region in the south, the Sahara encompasses diverse landscapes and ecosystems, ranging from sand dunes to rocky mountains and dry riverbeds. The vastness of the Sahara lends itself to a multitude of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. From ancient civilizations lost beneath the sands to geological formations shrouded in myth and legend, the Sahara holds the potential to reveal secrets that have remained hidden for millennia. One of the most intriguing mysteries of the Sahara is the presence of ancient archaeological sites and prehistoric rock art scattered throughout the desert. From the rock-hewn temples of Egypt to the ancient caravan routes of the trans-Saharan trade, the Sahara is littered with remnants of past civilizations and forgotten cultures waiting to be unearthed by archaeologists and historians. Moreover, many of Sahara's geological features are remote and inaccessible locations, which hold the key to unlocking the secrets of prehistoric peoples who once roamed the Sahara's vast expanses. In addition to its archaeological and geological mysteries, the Sahara is also home to unexplained phenomena and legends that have captivated the imagination for centuries. From tales of lost cities buried beneath the sands to sightings of mythical creatures such as the fabled city of Brass, the Sahara has inspired countless stories of wonder and intrigue. Despite centuries of exploration and scientific inquiry, much of the Sahara remains uncharted and unexplored. Vast swathes of the desert have yet to be thoroughly surveyed or studied, leaving ample opportunity for new discoveries and revelations. Advancements in technology, such as satellite imagery, remote sensing, and archaeological surveying techniques, have revolutionized our ability to explore and understand the Sahara's vast and remote landscapes. These tools allow researchers to identify potential archaeological sites, track changes in desert ecosystems, and uncover hidden geological features with unprecedented precision and accuracy. As of right now, the mysteries of the Sahara Desert stand as a testament to the allure and intrigue of one of the world's most enigmatic landscapes. From ancient civilizations lost beneath the sands to geological formations shrouded in myth and legend, the Sahara holds untold secrets waiting to be unearthed and explored. As scientists, adventurers, and explorers continue to delve into the heart of the desert, armed with curiosity and determination, the potential for new discoveries and revelations remains boundless. In the domain of the unknown, accounts detailing unidentified flying objects have consistently intrigued individuals and ignited fascination regarding the potential presence of alien life forms. Amid the numerous sightings and interactions documented, there is a notable focus on a distinct category of UFOs known as the black cubed-shaped UFO. The phenomenon of black cubed-shaped UFOs has garnered attention globally, with reports emerging from a wide array of geographical locations and cultural settings. Witnesses have vividly depicted these entities as solid, precisely geometric cubes, predominantly dark or black in color, often accompanied by a strange aura or energy field. Descriptions of the sightings vary significantly, encompassing accounts of the object's silent and stealthy movements, as well as instances of erratic or high-speed maneuvers observed by different individuals across the globe.